Okay guys, this is lesson 3.7, debugging. I'm doing this before the fact, not after I've taught it a few times, so bear with me. You guys that are in class are also doing this. I'm away on a golf tournament on Monday. So basically you need to start out by watching this video. I've pasted the link to it right here. That's the very first thing you need to do. It basically explains what debugging is. Debugging is where there's a problem in the code and all you're doing is looking for the problem and trying to fix it. Okay, the hardest part is finding it sometimes. If you've watched the video, you've kind of heard about that. This prompt right here basically says your friend calls and says, I can't get music to come out of my speakers. It says write a quick list of things you tell them to try to fix it. So I will go, let's start. I'm going to open my debugging worksheet and I'm going to go File, make a copy. You guys make sure you're saving this where you want it. Okay, I'm going to keep it as copy, but you guys can change that. So this is answering that same question. So your friend calls, I can't get the music to come out. So you tell them, and you guys could probably think of your own answers. I'd probably tell them, make sure everything is plugged in. I'd say, is the volume up? I'd say, try restarting the computer. Okay, and those are just a couple ways that you're trying to help troubleshoot, but that's also what we consider debugging when you're looking for the problem and you're trying to fix it. Okay, so we're going to get into the challenges on code.org. We're on lesson 3.7, so you guys are going to start on number 2 on lesson 3, unit 3, lesson 7, and basically all we're going to do is follow the directions up here, debug this program. So well, fortunate for you guys, it gives you this little, gives you the little error message. You guys can hit run on all of these, and you guys can speed this up and kind of see. Sometimes it'll actually tell you in a coding environment where their error is. Right here, it tells you it's right here. So if you'll notice this one at the very top, you guys have probably already seen what's the difference in all of these text and then this text. Well, this one doesn't have quotation marks. So I'm going to add these quotes, and there it fixes my code. So now I'll be able to run it. Should be just fine. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is to snip it or take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. We're going to snip it, we're going to copy it and paste it like we've done in the past few things. We'll move on to challenge 3. Like I said, all we're really going to be doing is the same thing. We're just finding the bug and we're trying to fix it. So fortunately for you guys, it shows you the bug is on this line. You guys, we have main text color blue. Okay, and if you noticed, kind of start looking at everything else and see what it looks like, and look at blue and see what looks different, and I'm sure you can already spot it out. But this one also is lacking quotations, and I'd guess like 75% of your debugging questions that you guys are going to get on some of these are going to be stuff like that. Not very hard stuff. You guys can run it and test it out, and there's really no other bugs. Let me show you guys this before we go on. Debugging the process is they mentioned this in the video. You're describing the problem, you're hunting for the bugs, you're going to try solutions, and you're going to document as you go. Okay, so we're going to keep moving on. The next one is challenge 4. Challenge 4 looks like this. So it says run the app and see how it works. You guys can turn your volumes up because you guys can see the play sounds in here. Please don't turn it up past like 5 or 6, or put your headphones in. It says debug this program to use the correct sound and text when the user clicks each animal. So I can run the program. I'm going to click the pig. Oh, I can already tell something's wrong. That's a pig, and it's showing me rooster, made a rooster sound. I'm going to click, I'm going to run and click the rooster. Nothing's happening. Click the cow. the cow looks like it's working. It's showing me the label. It's making the sound. Okay, and it's the correct picture. So I'm going to go through here and look. Luckily, it's already showing you. On the rooster image, it's actually misspelled right here. I hope you guys can catch this. If you guys want to challenge yourself by pausing the video and trying to fix these on your own, please do. You guys will become better from it. Let's see, is there anything else? This play sound actually says pig in it, so I'm gonna hit the down arrow, and I'm gonna type in rooster. There's only one. Okay, now I've changed that to rooster, and my set property, I need it to say not app name, because you can actually look at these other ones. They say animal text. I'm gonna find. They say animal text. I want animal text to change it to, and we need a rooster in here. Okay. Try to do this next one on your own. If you need to pause the video, you can. But this is a pig. This is a on event pig image. So my pig image, it needs to sound like a pig. So it doesn't. Let's change that to sound like a pig. Okay, it sounds like a pig. Now it has animal text, and let's change that to pig. It needs to be in quotes, which makes it a string. You guys can reset it, run it, test it. Okay, all is well. So we will snip. And I'm going to snip it just like this. You guys will get more out of this if you don't just watch me and copy me, if you actually try to figure it out on your own. Okay, make it to where I can kind of read it when I go to grade it. So that was actually challenge 3. You guys should have done that for last challenge. Make sure you've snipped and pasted on challenge 3 for challenge 3. That was challenge 4. Challenge 5. Let's move on to challenge 5. And this one's not too bad. I think the last one was probably harder. It says run the program, see how it works. Debug the program so that the smiley face doesn't go off the screen. Well, we worked with a random number generator and X and Y coordinates just last week. And so now all you got to do is kind of play it. And I think it says when your mouse over. And it went off the screen, which makes it almost impossible to play. So you'd have to reset it and try again. And so what I'm going to try to do, and I want you guys to pause and see if you can do this on your own. So if you did pause and try to do it on your own, let's see. It says debug the program so the smiley face doesn't go off the screen. So I'm going to look. The X coordinates, roughly, we'll say, I'm going to say 0 to 310, 0 to 310, and the Y coordinate 0 to, I'm going to say 430, just to round it, count it down, and then we can run it. Oh, we still have a problem, so let's figure that out. So we may need to take our numbers down a little bit because it's only going to put the center of my image where I want it. So let's take them down. So we'll say 150 for this one, and we'll say 250 for this one, and then we can just try. And this is a part of debugging. You may have to try to redo some things because the very first time may not always go the way you thought it would. And this one's moving quite a bit. I think it could move down a little bit lower on my y-axis. No, I think it went pretty good. Maybe I'll move it up to about 260. Maybe let's try 270 and see what that looks like. There it goes. That's not bad. All right, so once you guys get it right, we're going to go snip it again. Remember, we're debugging. It's a process. You don't always get it right the first time. That was challenge 5. We're going to paste. Okay, challenge 6, 7, and 8. I may let you kind of start doing a little more of this on your own. So challenge 6. This one is asking you, it says run this program, see how it works. Add code to the program. So this time you're adding code. You're not just going to modify it. So add code to the program so that the go back button takes the user back to the home screen. So we're going to run it and see that go back doesn't do anything. I'm going to let you guys work with a partner to try to figure this one out. If you're at home, you guys are going to have to either work with a parent or a sibling, or you can just keep working on your own. You guys should be able to figure it out. But remember, this is how they're getting this one to work. You guys could look at it and use it as a reference. You're basically going to have to copy this. You guys get that working, you snip it, and you're going to attach that for challenge number 6. And I've done half of this worksheet for you, so if you're just watching and kind of listening and doing it with me, you guys figured that out. Challenge number 7, let's see, challenge 7 looks a little like this. Oh, and we'll go to that one. It starts at the very top. Notice in the black bold, it says don't put on event blocks inside other on event blocks. You almost never want to do that. So you guys can take it and kind of raise it up. Run this program, hit the play button, play the music, then stop the music, hide the controls. Please don't turn your volume up too loud. Do you notice something weird happening the second time? Does it work? I think it doesn't work. Discuss with the partner what you think is happening. If you guys want to work with your neighbor on 6, 7, and 8 to try to figure them out, you guys can, but you always need to turn in your worksheets for this. Basically on this one, if you'll see this big on event thing, this on event handler has other on event handlers in it. Okay, and on each one it tells you what that event should do in the comments. You notice this is a comment because it's gray and it starts with //. So you would want to take each one out. So this big one can stay because that's the main one. I would want to take this and drag it down, and I want to drop it below, and want to take the comment with it and put it just right above it. Okay, you don't want to do that with all of them, and then retest it. You guys can probably test it and rerun it. Okay, y'all keep testing to make sure you got it right. Once you do, y'all can snip it and put it in there. And the last one is this. It says for challenge 8, for challenge 8, let's go to challenge 8 and check it out real fast. I've got a couple minutes left. It says run this program, see how it works. Then add code to the app and make the excited button work. So I think all you're having to do is work on the excited button right here. You guys could run this and check it out a little bit. Excited doesn't do anything. Calm and tired, do something. Well, it says, anyways, it says pick a song, image, and text to show when the button's clicked. Make sure only the excited button has a thick border when it's clicked. So just like these, they have a thick border when it's clicked. You guys can use this as a reference. Use these other 2 event handlers as a reference. And anyways, you guys are going to create this. You guys can use help from a partner. Once you guys get that done, make sure you turn it in. Let me turn that off. It's kind of annoying. You guys have to go and let's see, where's it at? Right here. That was the challenge 8 instructions. Right here is the last thing. Make sure you try to, guys, keep your code clean. And use clear, meaningful IDs. Keep your code organized. Use comments. Write code using blocks. Then run your code. Try to test it out quite a bit. And then you can ask classmates and use resources for examples. I mean, try it yourself. Don't just take the easiest way out. Try to do as much as you can yourself. This should take you the whole period, and hopefully you guys get done with this. But basically, you guys are learning that debugging is looking for the bug in a problem, and you're looking to fix the problem. Okay, so it's a lot of trial and error, and like it said in the video, you will make mistakes. So just don't get frustrated. The nice thing about code.org is if you mess up, let's just say you mess up on something and you've messed it up so much, you can go to version history and hit start over, and it'll just start you right back to where you started. So if you messed up the wrong things, not too bad. Good luck, guys, and I'll be back on Tuesday. While you're working, make sure you I'll have a use science we're going to end up doing as well.